Hey everyone, my name is Metro, and today we're taking a look at the Tomb of the Spider Queen map. All right, this is one of the most recent maps added to Heroes of the Storm, which is a game that recently came out, and I feel like a lot of people would probably be confused by the, the different mechanics and how many different maps there are. So we're going to take some time to explain a basic look at the map itself and how you could, get an edge, especially when you're a new player. All right, so the map is pretty standard. It's pretty short and small as well, so you should be able to just send two people top and bottom without any influence. The mechanics are actually in between both lanes, so there shouldn't be any real reason why you should want to send. Although there is this extra gate here, I'll show this real quick. There's actually a second gate to mid, which kind of creates this like weird little nook and cranny type mechanic in this map as well. And once you get pretty good at that, you can really exploit that. You can kind of come around from the side, bait a fight in the cranny, and then force like 4 or 5 people into an ETC ult or an AOE, some AOE ults you have. But anyway, we'll talk about the mechanic, right? The mechanic is centric around these areas here. These are called altars. But the altars need to be prayed to, and you need to do that by offering up these coins. You get these coins from these glass spiders that spawn with the waves of ads, right? So the ads are going to come with spiders, and the other team's going to be able to kill them. Obviously, your blue ads would be killed by the red team, and the red team can only loot the blue spiders coins. All right, so you can't actually deny coins or kill the other team and get their coins. But every time a player dies with the coins or gems, I guess they are gems, they go on the ground. So anybody else on your team can pick them up, but you obviously could zone and deny them. The other team can actually pick them up, but you can stop them from picking them up, and they will disappear eventually. Unlike the coins on Blackheart's Bay, which is a good mechanic, honestly. So this is a map for any mechanic or ability you have that can do a lot of damage to siege. You know what I mean? Like the more you could kill minions, the better you're going to be on this map because it's actually a huge deal. And then once you get, I believe it's 65. I think it goes up. But once you get enough gems, you turn them in here, and the mechanic begins. 3 big spiders come out with some smaller spiders as well. One in each lane, and it saves the progress as well. So say your team's turned in 35 and the other team's capped, they turned all theirs in, their spiders are going to come. Well, your coins will still be in there, your gems will still be in there, so you'll be able to get it afterwards. It's usually a pretty big ebb and flow, but if you really command this map well, you could easily get like 2 or 3 in a row, and especially at the end, that's devastating. But all this area in the middle here is very difficult to navigate. And like I said, you should really focus on fighting in these areas, especially if you have strong team ults, because you can easily force them into these, say like you're coming around the corner, you've cleared these 2 towns, you're coming around the corner and they're going to chase you this way. Well, you can just be sitting in this area here, force a fight, and just pop out your AoE ults. And this is definitely my favorite map for that reason, because I like to play heroes with high impact, heroic abilities, right? It's hard not to say ult, but anyway, I like to play heroes with high impact heroic abilities, and this is definitely the map for it. If there was a map, this is the team fight map, because you could really bait them. Like, it's even more so down bottom. Like, look how narrow this area is. If you get caught out, quote unquote, it looks like you're caught out, and they're gonna chase you into your team. They're done. They're just white. You know what I mean? They can't turn it around. They're just all gonna be stuck in this small area. So yeah, this map's pretty basic, honestly. All you gotta do is turn those gems in, and they're always gonna keep spawning. They'll spawn throughout the entire game. They're always spawn with the waves, and you could easily, like, Joanna's got a Night Take Spawn, that first tier talent. That is amazing for this map because you can just crush them, and you kill them all in like 2 abilities, and then you have a stack. You turn them in whenever you want. So there's some debate as when to turn in. Since this area is kind of like shrouded between the 2 lanes, I would definitely recommend to turn in as much as you're comfortable. You don't want to wait until your team has 65 to turn in, because you could lose a team fight and lose them all. And it's very important to do that. Like, it's very important to try to solo somebody out when, if they have like 30 or 40, you should definitely go for them and try to get them off, because, they'd easily turn those in and turn the tide of the game with them. But yeah, this is the newest map, and it's also, I'd say, probably the most complete. It's a really well-made map. There's not even that much to discuss. The mercenaries there are on the map are pretty thin as well. They're just your basic mercenaries. Like, you can get them whenever you want. And once again, this boss is just like the previous boss we talked about from the Sky Temple map. He's not very impactful, but you should try to get him when you can. Like, a great example, it's just like in the curse map. Once you get the objective and the spiders are raining down on their keeps, they have no chance but to defend. Like, they have to defend because all 3 lanes are pushed. So you can just go and get the boss, or you can just force a boss. Like, if the team is keen, you might be able to counterplay it. Like, they're gonna expect you to go do a boss. So you can just go up there, sit in one of these, these gates here and whatever the shrouds, and force a fight. As soon as they come around the corner, once again, very thin areas. Like if you can get them trapped in these little elbows, they can really be screwed. Especially if you have these outer walls down. But that's it for this map. Next map coming out is the Heaven and Hell one. I'll definitely do a video on that when it comes out. But as of right now, that's everything. So if you guys have any questions about any of the maps, let me know. They should all be in a convenient playlist, so hopefully you can check through them as you need. But once again, I feel like it's a pretty good guide for beginners. But if you have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer. All right.